very good morning to you guys. Happy Friday, and it's the 1st of December. So we had a really strong month in November on the indices. If you remember, we had that conflict, well, we're still having that conflict in the Middle East, and it really caused the herd to short in a very big way, and they've held short since, and we can see them add, which is absolutely bonkers. So we're minus 17 on the SSI. So every one retail trader long indices, there's 17, nearly 18 selling indices now. They're very caught off guard on their short positions, and it looks like they're holding and adding. So it's very bonkers. Technicals have improved, so we can reset that now. So we're going to get a measurement from 64. Okay, so we are at extremes. We can get to like minus 20, and then that'll probably be it, and it'll just be a bear destruction event, like an apocalypse of the bears. And unfortunately, they're going to give up. And once they give up en masse, then we'll have like a near-term top, and then we can start breathing on the indices, and they can start falling a little bit. But it'll be by the dip opportunity again, of course. So just to know that they're very caught off guard, and it's going to be really painful for those guys. I thought we were going to see some kind of change on the 24 hours, but they keep adding, so it's a recipe for disaster. VIX got crushed towards the close, so you know that's risk on. The change from last week, and we saw them sell the US 30 a lot. They also sold cable as well. They've gone long EG and EJ, and they've gone long oil. They've also shorted dollar Swiss as well, but the notable mover is really the US 30 and, well, you could probably argue EG. That might be quite good. Is it bearish? Well, in response to that, I showed that guy a US 30 chart, which I'll show you, and it's not bearish. Look at the trend, right? It's clearly very bullish. And what happened here on the US 30, they'd sold it here, and so we can come back to our spreadsheet, and then that's the change here. US 30, see, they'd sold it, come back to the terminal, they'd sold it, and what happens, right? So it was a good question. I think he's joking, hence a smiley face, but clearly you don't want to be fighting that trend. Okay, so go back to the sheet, QDB scores, and what do we have at the top here? NJ, which is of note. GU, that's fine, because we saw the sentiment shift on, you know, just like 5 minutes ago. Dollar Swiss, dollar CAD at the bottom, CAD Swiss also at the bottom. Swiss yen, CAD yen. So the yen is weakening. If you remember earlier this week, the yen was in here, the cross yen, and now it's gravitating higher. So the yen is weakening, which kind of makes sense, you know, being that we're so risk on and stuff. What have they done? They've sold CAD and they've gone long Aussie. So perhaps Aussie CAD could be something to look at today. Robot, we're doing okay. We've had a really good week. I'm really happy. Yeah, basically I think we made about £31 this week on a micro lot, so that's pretty good. We had 28 trades, 6 of them went to loss, so we've got a very good win ratio, and that's even better when you consider that our TP and SL are the same. It's 25 pip TP, 25 pip SL, but we're hitting more profit than we are having the loss. So at the worst we should be break even, but we're actually making some nice profits, which is really cool. Account history, I'll show you this week, custom period this week, and then you can see we did okay, you know. So that's it. So, you know, £24. I said £31, but you know, I guess maybe something must have happened or something. But still positive, still quite nicely positive, and onwards and upwards really. Now on GU, which I'll be doing a Patreon video for next week, is that we're looking for a technical break. So in a way, we'd kind of want the stop loss cluster to get probed above, and then it just gives it more criteria, and it will shift the ratios. Once we've hit that liquidity, this ratios line is going to tick up, because it will tell us that they're less short, and then they'll, of course, that will be quite bearish. So we're going to wait, ideally get the SLC first, get the SLC, and then we'll have a nice sell opportunity where we're going to target around about here, 124 area. Okay, so that's the setup there. Go back to the FXCM trading station, and well, US 30, you know, that's that. It's not doesn't need a comment. Perhaps we might get a risky sell, but I'll be so careful. S&P and chop 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 chop. It's like a, just like a, you know, like a knife edge, isn't it? It's like a saw, like a very uneven saw, just trying to. It's not very smooth at all. When you look at that US 30, that was quite smooth. This is really erratic. It's very, very choppy. And they'd sold it, so, you know, guess what? We can perhaps make a box there. So they, by selling it here, they created a demand. You see, it's an institutional demand because of the fact that the dumb money had sold. So then, therefore, that's why we bounced. Okay, S&P done that. DAX, there's not much to say about DAX. It's just really sideways, and just sideways and horrible, and just completely strong. And if you think about it, we'd actually made a buy back here. There's one crossover here. It's crazy. We were sell back here. Yeah, it's a lot of money, isn't it? It's 1,000 points since. So yeah, that's the Middle East stuff back here. And then gold. Gold's making a bullish flag, so I am being slightly cautious with this. So what's happened with this? Come to gold. Gold. Right. See here. This, we've got 3 respects of the upper. 1, 2, 3-ish. And then it's saying we need 3 respects of the lower. 1, 2. So we might need to have the third one. I'm not sure. I'm not that good at flags because I've never really used them. But potentially we have 3 respects at the top. We might have 3 at the bottom. But, you know, theoretically. So this is a possible scenario where I'm being a little bit wary about this. But inevitably it will be by the dip at that support. Okay? And that's today's video. So the robot's going really well. Very, very happy, quite relieved, to be honest with you. We've put a lot of work into it, and indices are very heavy and very skewed, and inevitably the bears will have to give up. And I guess that's about it really. Just to let me know if you've got any questions. We've got our free 7-day trial at patreon.com, and if you subscribe to anything above the basic tier, then you get the bot access. So you can, you know, sample the bot and have that running on your MT4 or MT5. It doesn't have to be MetaTrader 4, it can be 5 as well. And that's today's video, so I wish you a great weekend. I'll be back on Sunday for the cut report. I wholeheartedly recommend fxsi.com and their indicators for MetaTrader 4 and 5. It's a 7-day free trial, so do have a look. There's no credit card required. You might be lacking in some sentiment awareness, analysis, and it does complement technical and fundamentals very well. Especially if you're very technical, you could be missing out on some sentiment, or if you're particularly fundamental, you could be missing out on some sentiment. This is like a sweet zone. It complements both, and it gives you a very strong bias about direction as well. So technicals are great for direction, fundamentals are great for direction, but the sentiment sits in between. Okay, and so perhaps if you're missing out on some sentiment awareness, these are the best indicators in existence in the world for that. And then you can have a look at this. You've got a 7-day free trial, and you've got your order book, and you've got your indicators, including the ratios, which are amazing. Just look at my videos on my YouTube channel and you can see how powerful the ratios are. And you can have a look. Just take your time. You've got 7 days to trial them, and if you don't like them, then that's fair enough. You don't have to renew, but we do have a code if you want to, and it's just the QDB code, and it gives you a 10% discount, and that's it. So have a look, see what you think, and like I said, it's a 7-day trial, so you don't have to renew, but I think you'll probably find you will renew afterwards, because the order book and the ratios and the stop loss clusters as well are amazing. The stop loss clusters are great because you know where to target. Okay, that's where you take profit. where people get stopped out. Okay, and that's it. So just a quick plug for the fxside.com, and enjoy your day.